Good afternoon, everyone. So, my topic is all about Victorian Age, the birth of novels, and historical novels. So, State of Delaware. This picture is the flag of Delaware. Delaware is the second smallest state, nicknamed the first state because it ratified the Constitution on December 7, 1787. It also known as Liberty and Independence, the Diamond State, Blue Hen State, Small Wonder, and Dover. Background: Delaware is a state in the mid-Atlantic region of the United States, bordering Maryland to its south and west, Pennsylvania to its north, and New Jersey and the Atlantic Ocean to its east. The state takes its name from the nearby Delaware River, named after Thomas West, 3rd Baron Delaware, an English nobleman and Virginia first colonial governor. So the Swedes were the first to formally colonize what is modern-day Delaware in 1638, after wresting control from the Dutch West India Trading Company, who had established posts for trade with the local Native Americans. Before long, the English laid claim to Delaware and led by James, the Duke of York. To control of region 1664, he administered Delaware from his other colony, New York. History: Delaware was one of the 13 colonies which rebelled against British rule in the American Revolution. After the Revolution began in 1776, the three countries became the Delaware state, and in 1776 the entity adopted its first constitution, declaring itself to be the Delaware state. The religion of Delaware is mostly Christian, with Roman Catholics and Evangelical Protestants composing the largest groups. Delaware is also home to the oldest Protestant church in the country, Old Swedish Holy Trinity Church, built in 1698. Culture: Delaware has been at the forefront of American civilization since the first Europeans began arriving on its shores in the 16th. It has incredibly rich history, and its residents have not forgotten their role in shaping the future of the nation. Despite their state's modest size, visitors can experience Delaware's colonial influence in coastal towns like Lewis and Newcastle, which appear largely unchanged even after 300 years. In social conventions, Delaware is now Strangle Unit residents of Kent, Sussex, and Newcastle have very strong local pride and tradition. They have many costumes and traditions that have survived in current culture, and their history is a celebrated part of Delaware's culture. And in language in Delaware, English is the predominantly spoken language in Delaware. Though they have not declared an official language, because few people speak other languages, but like the rest of the US, they have a climbing Spanish-speaking population. Victorian Age. Now we move on about the birth of novels. The novel originated in the early 18th century after the Italian word novella, which was used for stories in the medieval period. Its identity has evolved and is now considered to mean a work of prose fiction over 50,000 words. Novels focus on character development more than plot. The British novel is Elizabethan prose fiction and French heroic romances, which were long narratives about contemporary characters who behaved nobly. The novel came into popular awareness towards the end of the 17th due to a growing middle class with more leisure time to read and money to buy books. The kinds of novels under the birth of novel. Number 1 is English novels. The early English novels concerned themselves with complex middle class character struggling with their morality and circumstances. Pamela Sense of Fictional Letters in 1741 by Samuel Richard is considered the first real English novel. One of the examples of English novels is Pride and Prejudice. Next is novels in the 19th century. The first half of the 19th century was influenced by the Romanticism of the previous era. Its focus was now on nature and imagination. Gothic is a strain of the Romantic novels with its emphasis. The examples of 19th century is The Scarlet Letter. Victorian novels established as the dominant literary form during the reign of Queen. Victorian novelists portrayed middle-class, virtuous heroes responding to society and learning wrong form right through a series of human errors. The examples is Alice's Adventure in Wonderland. Realism and naturalism. The rise of industrialization in the 19th century precipitated a trend toward writing that depicted realism. It began to depict characters who were not entirely good or bad, rejecting the idealism and realism. Evolved quickly into naturalism, which portrayed her circumstances and pessimistic characters rendered powerless by the forces of their environment. The examples of realism and naturalism is Uncle Tom's Cabin. Modern novels. The 20th century is divided into two phases of literature. Modern literature 19 to 1945 and contemporary literature 1945 to the present, also referred to as postmodern. The characters in modern contemporary novels question the existence of God, the supremacy of the human reason, and the nature of reality. The example is Ulysses. Postmodern novels. The postmodern novels includes magical, realism, metafiction, and the graphic novel. It asserts na man is ruled by a higher power and that the universe cannot be explained by reason alone. Example is The Color Purple. Historical novel. Historical novel is that has its settings a period of history and that attempts to convey the spirit, manners, and social conditions of a past age with realistic detail and fidelity, which is in some cases only a foreign fidelity to historical fact. There are books set in Delaware. Some are Beloved by Toni Morrison, partly set in Delaware. It is about Seth was born a slave and escaped to Ohio. But 18 years later, she is still not free. She has too many memories of sweet home, the beautiful farm where so many hideous things happened. Her new home is haunted by the ghost of her baby, who died nameless and whose tombstone is engraved with a single word. Next is The Saint of Lost Things by Christopher Castellani. It is about after 7 years in Wellington, Delaware, Madalena Grass is still filled with longing. She misses her mother and the familiar landscape of Italy. As she sews diligently up the factory to meet her daily quota, she dreams of finally finding herself with child after trying for so long, and she yearns for the company of her husband, Antonio, whose pursuit of the American dream is leading nowhere and whose nighttime adventures threaten to destroy the fragile new life they built. Third is the Book of Unknown Americans by Christina Henriquez. It is about daughter Maribel suffers a near-fatal accident. The Riveras leave Mexico, come to America. But upon settling of Redwood Apartments, a two-story cinder block complex just off a highway Delaware, they discover that Maribel recovery, the piece of the American dream on which they pin all their hopes, will not be easy. Every task seems to confront them with language, racial, and cultural obstacle. And last is The Underground Railroad by Coslon Whitehead, partly set in Delaware. It is about Cora, is a slave on a cotton plantation in Georgia. Life is hell for all the slaves, but especially bad for Cora. An outcast even among her fellow Africans, She is coming into womanhood, where even greater pain awaits. When Caesar is a recent arrival from Virginia tells her about the Underground Railroad, they decided to take a terrifying risk and escape. That's all for my report. Thank you.